Next, I want to do something a little bit different. We're going to look at Facebook ads. We've been talking a lot about Facebook ads, but I want to actually kind of walk through a couple of things to show you a couple of aspects of it. Facebook, if you haven't played with Facebook ads are something where you can have a post on your business page and you can promote that post. Well, there's the boosting feature a lot of us have seen. I don't recommend that for a lot of people because the boosting can be only sent out. There's some basic control, but the premise with boosting is that it's going to be, you can put it out there to be seen by your fans, or the people who like your page and their friends. Well, if you have one person who's got 1,000 friends, they're the only one who likes, say, Mobile DJ or whatever, and their friends don't, you might have a situation where your ads are being seen by suspects instead of prospects. So what we're going to do is we're going to just show a little bit more of the targeting of how you can target. Specifically, we're going to look at it from like my personal wedding company. So let's just pop over to that page. So right now you're seeing logged into Facebook, and I've got it kind of cropped out a little bit, so you're not cropped out. I want to show you. So you're seeing up there. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my angles right. Anyway, so you go over here and you click on Create an Ad in the upper kind of right-hand corner there, and it'll pop up the next page. And you have different options. This is they talk about it being their outcomes, or what are you wanting to do? What are you hoping to accomplish? Do you want for your ad? You can do page likes. You can click to the website. From the inside the industry of the people in Facebook and doing a lot of marketing, spending a lot of time with page likes is pretty much a waste of time. A lot of people have done that, where they've gone to actually paid for ads to get likes, and you can get some likes, and you can, through targeting, get likes from your eventual clients. Is it a great strategy? Probably not, because the idea with Facebook is engagement, and you want people who will engage with your posts. So in this particular case, I've got a post on my wedding DJ website, and I want people to engage it. So I'm going to click Post Engagement. Could do page likes. I could have, if I wanted to promote my website, I could do that and have a little picture and have it so people clicked over to the website. They're just different things. But page post engagement is really the one we want. And of course, I have a variety of different pages there. So I'm going to pick the DJ John Young one. Then it comes to some of my recent posts, and I can go and do that. So this second photo that I'm highlighting, that I put up on Monday, that is a picture of some gals from a black light. You can click right now. You can click right here to keep my ad up to date. So that basically every time I put a new post up, it will. It has to go through Facebook's review process, which basically the big thing with review process, make sure the picture is not skanky. And the biggest thing is amount of text. It will look on there, and you can't have more than 20% text or whatever their formula is. I think it might have even changed. I thought it was 25, but anyway, you will get bounced, and it may run your ad for a while, and then it'll bounce it out. So you've got to be careful with that. If you've got too much text. In this case, I won't have too much text, but it's something that you will get it, and it will be denied after a certain time. But I really don't want to be having my current post. I want just this post because it's really cool. So I can click continue on that. So now we will let it spin. I'm just going to scroll down here a little bit, and there's the picture. Now you're seeing. Let's see if I can. You're seeing that it's talking about a boosted. On the left, you can't really see it right up there. It's talking about a boosted page post. That's not what I want to do. We can have it in a news feed or in the right column. Well, depending upon what you're doing, the right column may work for you. I have found that the right column hasn't worked for me virtually at all, so I literally shut that off. I want my ad to be in the news feed, and it's going to show up as a sponsored story in the news feeds of the people I choose. So we're going to continue down. Locations, you can do whatever you want to do in the world. Say I'm going to be in the United States, and say in my area there's a city by the name of Alexandria, Minnesota is what I want to do. So I want to go. I want to reach people within 50 miles of Alexandria, Minnesota, because let's say I'm going to rent a venue and I'm going to have my own blacklight teen dance going on there. So I want to be accessing teens. So I might go 13, say it's 13 to 18-year-old guys or gals. It could be both or either one. Language really wouldn't matter too terribly much. Interests. Here's kind of a cool thing. You could type in things like whatever. In this case, maybe I want people who are thinking raves are cool. It would be what it would be doing right now by me typing that in. It would be looking for people that lived within 50 miles of this Alexandria city. And let me just bounce that raves back out of there. And they say that would be 50 people that lived within 50 miles that, oops, excuse me, I got to change my ages here, from 13 to 18 years old, and guys or gals, and that's giving me a reach of 4,200 people. Now, if I cross-reference that with raves, which this isn't going to work very well, but you know, what the heck, it's going to get down to less than 1,000 people, because truthfully, of those kids, not all those kids loved raves. But maybe those kids loved Motorola Droids, let's just say. And I knew that would be a good cross-reference. And it's not in this case either. Or maybe they liked Apple. They like Apple Inc. Well, that now has taken me down to roughly 1,020 kids who live within 50 miles of Alexandria who like Apple. Well, kids who like Apple are probably kind of tech savvy, and they might be the ones who want to go out to a blacklight dance because that might be a good fit for them. But whatever, you can see the idea is that I can narrow it down by their interests. Then I can connect with, if continuing down there, I can connect with people who are only connected with DJ John Young, who are not connected with DJ John, they're already with our website. So let's if I go with only, that's going to take us down because there's not many of those folks who are connected with my Facebook. But let's go with only not connected, and it gives me that basically so none of those 12,000 people are connected to my Facebook page. Gosh, that just kind of sucks. It's a wedding Facebook page, so it's for this. Again, you can do more categories, and then you get down to the bottom here. One of the things I would highly recommend is when you get to that, give it a specific name, because I've got a lot of ads when I first was doing it, and I didn't pay attention to the name and rename them properly. What I do now is I would name it, so I would do black light, black light event, and I would say, I would have the date when I want this ad to stop. So until, let's say, March 1st. That's what I would put, March 1, 2000. That's what I would put in there, and then you can set the per day, or you can put a lifetime budget. Many times when you're very narrow, like we are right now with 1,000 people, we could put a per day of $20, and we may only go through $2 or $3 in a day. You've got to be careful with that one, because if you put $20 in their day, it will go through $20 a day. Again, because I'm so narrow and I focus my audience, it's not going to go through much money that quickly. But let's say if I was doing every teenager in Minnesota, let's just go change that. Let's just bounce that out, and let's just do Minnesota. Can I do that? There we go. So every teenager in Minnesota, I've got 54,000 people. Now, if I were after the, and of course that's certainly not right, because that's, that's every teenager in Minnesota who likes Apple computers, or Apple Inc. Let's just bounce the Apple out of there and see how the number changes. Now it's got 240,000 potential customers or advertisees. Yeah, advertisees. So you can narrow it down. The per day, you got to play with that and figure out if you want to do per day or per lifetime. Maybe you allot $150 for this ad campaign. You can put that, and it will run through the money. And again, since I'm narrow and I focus my people, you're not getting people from other countries seeing it. Most likely, I say most likely because it is possible if they've done some things on their side. And then the final part, you can have a bid for your post engagement, bid for clicks and impressions. Depending upon who you talk to, some people recommend just leaving it as is. Some people recommend going left or right with that one. It's really something that you need to try it. If you have an ad, say for your wedding service, and you want to put that out there, you might run it for 1 week one way, the next week the next way, and then going 3 weeks. Unfortunately, 3 weeks won't give you a big enough sample. You'd be better off almost doing it where you're alternating every other day or something like that, because you may have the first week of the month might be a great week for traffic on your page, second week bad, third week good. There's so many variables. You need to really try to make it as even as possible and to test it back and forth. So once you're done, you place the order, and if you've got your credit card, everything in there, our friends over at Facebook will love you, and they will put your ad up. So just a little run through on Facebook ads. You can target well, and there's actually tools in other areas. I mean, this is just on Facebook. There are actually some Facebook tools for setting up more in-depth targeted ads that we'll probably go into on a different video, because this is kind of just the basics of getting started with advertising on Facebook.